Deion Sanders urged to stop talking after Shedeur's disaster as Colorado faces new allegations. In the 2 years Deion Sanders has been the head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, he has been instrumental in turning around the program. Travis Hunter even won the Heisman under his tutelage, and Shedeur Sanders went on to produce 4,134 yards. Everything looked positive until now, and Shedeur was easily a top 10 pick. But fast forward to April 24th on NFL Draft Day, the mood shifted drastically. Shedeur's name was nowhere in the 32 picks. The guy didn't even cut it into the first 4 rounds and was reduced to make do with a 144th pick in the 5th round. What changed? And who is to blame? Well, according to Colin Cowherd, it has something to do with Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders' voice carries weight in every room and becomes a headline quickly. So the Buffs head coach, knowingly or unknowingly, championed Shedeur's case whenever the opportunity arose. In interviews, press conferences, and social media posts, Coach Prime defended his son's case. He pushed back on what he called lies being spread about him. The lies, that's going to be that. But we're great with adversity. Deion further added, he is built for that. He's the most qualified young man who plays that position that's built for that, and to be in front of the lights, and to continuously shine. The head coach even threatened to call the person out spreading the lies, but later claimed to have taken the high road regarding the whole issue. While loyalty is admirable, not everyone thought the constant coverage was helpful. Colin Cowherd feels that this is something that might have tanked the now Browns QB's stock. Cowherd admitted that he was disillusioned while watching the NFL draft. I couldn't understand why he's dropping. What in the world is happening? Dad is happening. That's why I like the tack that Arch Manning and his family do. They're staying in the shadows. That's where all the real power is in life. Get out in the sun and get burned. Deion was in the sun. Deion spent too much time on television. Cowherd acknowledged that Deion Sanders' heart was in the right place, but termed him a quarterback dad turned pageant mom for his spotlight and blamed him for Shedeur's draft snub. So, what to make of this? Well, Cowherd's claim isn't entirely wrong about Deion Sanders' frequent interviews, since they were undoubtedly taking place. But it's not that the head coach was just talking about Shedeur Sanders. He talked about every player of the team who was involved in the NFL draft. But there were instances where it looked like Coach Prime was running the show from behind. For instance, he employed Eli Manning's strategy, where he was traded on draft day and even ruled out some of the teams entirely. There's certain cities that ain't gonna happen. It's gonna be an Eli. Now, to conclude it, whether Shedeur's draft slide was natural or the result of Deion Sanders is an open question, and there is no right or wrong answer in this to begin with. But Deion might have even more stern tests to face. Deion Sanders is running a circus, as per a CFB coach. With both Shedeur and Shiloh Sanders gone to the NFL, the Buffs head coach will have to change his game plan to employ his strategies to cater to new players. Kaidon Salter will be his new QB, coming from Liberty after producing 2,879 passing yards and 1,089 rushing yards just last year. The O-line will have different starters coming in from the transfer portal, including Xylon Chrysler from Illinois and Zarian McGill from Louisiana Tech. This influx of high transfer portal players has come with a harsh take. It's going to be a circus just like last season, so expect the unexpected. It doesn't matter what noise Prime makes. They cannot have a winning season without a functional run game and a legit offensive line. That's the one position group you can't really portal in one cycle. If they're halfway better there, they'll have a winning season, said one anonymous coach. Well, last year Colorado finished 9-4, making their first winning season since 2016. Deion Sanders might have lost his sons to the NFL, but he is doing everything to bolster his squad. For instance, the last-minute flip of Julian Lewis from USC was a coup, and the addition of Williams Joseph from Tulsa in the receiver department screams hope. But the coach's take is true that Colorado has a high transfer portal influx with 29 players coming in as opposed to just 14 high school commits in the 2025 cycle. However, will this reign in doom? Only time will tell. Deion Sanders receives strong Kaidon Salter verdict for Colorado after troubling Shedeur Sanders' admission. Deion Sanders isn't the type to sit back and let the noise build without firing back. As the 2025 season inches closer and the narrative around CU sharpens, Coach Prime felt the need to speak with clarity and purpose. Because while most eyes were locked on what the Colorado Buffaloes would lose in the post-Shedeur Sanders era, Deion just got a powerful reminder that what's coming next may be even more dangerous. And the message came wrapped in a verdict about one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the transfer portal, Kaidon Salter. The Liberty Flames transfer has stirred up excitement, doubt, and intrigue. Shedeur left big cleats to fill, no question, but one national insider believes the transition won't be as steep as some expect. Number 1. I was excited because I thought there might be a lull for a season for Colorado because you can't go from an NFL quarterback to just some random kid that's a redshirt freshman transferring in and expecting things to go well, Brian Smith said on Locked on Buffs. Secondarily, for what Kaidon brings, he's dynamic. He will run. He will extend plays. He has the arm to throw a deep out. And he has the ability to get the ball down the field. Salter isn't just a dual threat. He's the kind of chaos creator that defensive coordinators lose sleep over. Over the last 2 seasons, he's thrown nearly 50 touchdowns with just 12 interceptions, showing a quarterback who's poised and smart. He's a threat with his legs as well, and he doesn't throw the ball into harm's way, Smith added. I don't think they're going to lose a ton at quarterback in terms of total production. I'm not saying he's better. It's just that he does it in a different way, like his legs will get him to the outside and cause a lot of problems. And again, it'll extend the play where Shedeur was a decent athlete, but he's not on the same level as what Salter is. Different, yes, but not less. Salter can manufacture yardage on the edge, extend broken plays, and force defenses to chase ghosts in 11 games last year. Kaidon Salter threw for 1,886 yards and 15 touchdowns, while also rushing for 579 yards and 7 more scores. Those numbers came without a loaded cast around him. At Colorado, that's about to change. The receiver room isn't just talented, it's explosive. Omarion Miller is one step away from elite. Draylon Miller is a yards-after-catch machine who thrives in space. And Tulsa transfer Joseph Williams gives Salter the luxury of a big-bodied red zone specialist who can win those 50 to 50 balls on the boundary. If Salter can build chemistry quickly, this offense could be one of the most versatile in the Big 12. That's not all. Colorado's offensive line, a weakness last year, has retooled and beefed up. The additions of Z.Y. Chrysler, Zarian McGill, and Aki Ogunbayi, along with Jordan Seaton, have added bulk and athleticism. That front five, sharpened by daily reps against Colorado's relentless defensive line, should buy Salter just enough time to let his instincts take over. And in short yardage or red zone situations, don't be surprised if Salter becomes a play caller's dream weapon. They need somebody that's going to be able to make some plays and going to be able to kind of take over a game in special situations, Smith emphasized. This is what excites Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders' wake-up call. Prime doesn't need a podium to send a powerful message. Sometimes, all it takes is one heartfelt tweet, and boy, did his Sunday morning post hit different. All my at CU Buffs football players and staff, I love you and I miss you. Please be safe and don't do anything to jeopardize your opportunity to be a professional, he wrote. Be careful out there because everyone around you ain't really down for you, and everybody else is just there. #truth, #Coach Prime. That's not just a casual check-in. That's a seasoned pro reminding his squad what's at stake. As the Buffs enter a new chapter, the QB spotlight is shining on Liberty transfer Kaidon Salter and 5-star phenom Julian Lewis. Salter brings experience, but Lewis? He might just be the future of Colorado football. Prime knows that this battle could define the team for years, and he's dead set on making sure the locker room doesn't lose focus. From day one, Sanders has preached professionalism. Why? Because he's seen both sides, what it takes to make it and what it takes to blow it. And despite all the rumors swirling about his next move, Coach Prime just signed a massive 5-year, $54 million extension, cementing his role as the highest-paid coach in the Big 12.